Well, tonight we're hearing firsthand how a proposed state prison in Franklin County is impacting residents near the small town of Charleston. Roughly a month ago, residents here first told us they were caught by surprise when the news came down. The state wanted to build a 3,000-bed state prison basically in their backyards. However, the governor says they're simply fulfilling a promise to address the state's prison bed shortage. But people living around that small town, admittedly 2,700, say the building it there will do more harm than good. Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Doug Warner.
And I'm Sonia Hill. In a presentation before state lawmakers late last week, Franklin County and River Valley Coalition representatives, they shared what they do, why they do not want this prison. Many say it'll bring a change in their lifestyle, a lifestyle that Don Soulsby says he spent decades making for his family. Our Brianna Moore reports.
Over that knoll right there, and that would be the south border of the prison, and that's the north border of our property.
Don Soulsby is a native Arkansan who spent most of his life working to buy land for his kids to inherit one day.
I was rodeo and ranching all my life, and every time I made any money, I bought 10 or 20 acres of land that joined me.
Now, nearly 60 years later, he says all of his hard work may be threatened after hearing his property will now be next to a proposed prison.
Things is going to be more congested, I think. Yeah. And there'll be more people in that we don't know moving in and out. We'll be afraid to turn the children loose and just let them go and run and play like they have always done.
He says he raised his children on this land, and then his grandchildren were raised there. And now his grandson, Jonathan Tedford, is raising his children on the land he inherited from his grandfather.
For me, it won't be that much. I'm 82-year-old. I won't be around to know what's going on. But my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, I figure they'll be living on this area.
Which is why he is still passionate about preserving the safety, peace, and community of the land he has called home for most of his life. We also had the chance to sit down with Jonathan. He says after traveling the world, he wanted to come back and raise his family on the same land he was raised on.
Instill the values that was instilled in me when I was growing up. I wanted that for my children as well, and having something like this going in, where they're talking about, is going to be hard for us to do that where we're living.
Tedford is one of the spokespersons for the formed coalition made up of people who are against the prison in the community. He tells me they believe there has been a lack of transparency from state officials and says the community wants answers to a few questions like overall cost and how the prison placement makes sense with so many homes and families in a close radius.
When you look at what the governor is able to do here, and what the government, is able to put in your backyard without you having a say even, it turns into something where you're going, well, if they can do that, what else are they going to do out here? What else? Are they going to take my land next?
Tedford also tells me he knows several neighbors in close radius of the prison that have already put their homes up for sale.
People are scared to death, and people in this area aren't the people to pack up and run, but they also want that safety and security that they can give their family that they may not be able to give going into this.
He says they are just a community ready to fight for answers.
It's bringing in something that everybody here moved away from, whether it was 7 generations ago or this generation. Yeah. Everybody here wanted a community, a quiet place to go to raise their family, a safe place to raise their family, a good school, a good churches, good local community where everybody knows everybody, and we're just not ready to let go of that.
That was our Brianna Moore reporting. Tedford and some members of the coalition, they have spoken in front of legislators about their opposition to the proposed prison, and you can see a response from the governor and lawmakers over on our website, knwa.com.